the Amanda Serrano fight with Katie Taylor. um, I'm not even going to congratulate Katie Taylor. Um, and she's been doing this for a long time, this headbutting thing. And I personally think she should have been disqualified. She continued to do it right in front of the judge, to use her head to, hit in the cut on Amanda's face. That's how she opened it up first, and she'd been trying to hit her for a while now. She finally succeeded, and Amanda kept fighting. That was a nasty cut. Right in front of the judge's face, she kept. Right after she got the point deduction for headbutting, I that right there tells me that there are serious problems with the judge, whether it's incompetence or corruption or both. And this judge is not a rookie. This judge has been around for a while. Situation is, you continue to allow boxers to do that, they can just completely crack somebody's side of the skull. I mean, it's just dangerous. You can land somebody in a vegetative state with headbutts, right? There's a reason they're not even allowed in MMA anymore. So, if I'm Amanda's team, I'll file suit against Katie Taylor, against the referee, the commission, and that was a blatant theft. For God's sake, that she landed like 200 more punches than the other girl, and even had her in trouble. Almost out the first round right away. The girl was using excessive. Katie Taylor was on top of the grabbing, on top of headbutting. She was grabbing excessively. So why do they keep doing this? Personally, I think Amanda Serrano is the most successful boxer, the greatest boxer of all time. Not only did she's got 7 divisions or something like that. She went up 3 divisions to fight Katie Taylor, and even then, she beat her twice. The first fight, Amanda Serrano mauled her, and if I'm a referee, that I could have easily, I don't care who it is, if somebody's getting hit that clean and that hard, I could very easily stop the fight. She could have gotten the fight stopped at least 3 times, at least twice. Amanda could have easily stopped her, but they chose to let them continue to fight. The first fight, it wasn't even close. That first fight was not even close, and they gave it again. And it speaks to the elephant in the room. It's always been like that. It continues to be the elephant in the room. Racism. People say, here we go with the race card. Explain to me, draw me a fucking map on how it is that a dominant performance by a Puerto Rican girl, brown-skinned Puerto Rican girl against a white girl from Ireland. Explain to me how it is that the Irish girl did not, number 1, get stopped, and number 2, how is it that she won that fight, the first one, other than they robbed it on her behalf. So, I mean, it's like sometimes people say, "Well, um, you're crying over spilled milk." It's not about me. There are people coming after me. Those who come after us benefit from our fights on behalf of them. It's in life and everything. If you let it go, continue to let it go, somebody else is going to get hurt because you didn't put your foot down and seek justice. So there was a guy that was with Panama Lewis. Panama Lewis is notorious. I don't know if he's still alive. I think he died recently or the year before, something like that. Panama Lewis was a dirty trainer, one of the most corrupt trainers in the history of boxing. He was the guy who had that famous fight with Aaron Pryor and the Nicaraguan, where he called in the middle of the fight, "Give me the special bottle that I mixed to give to Aaron Pryor." A lot of years, there was talk about that drink being spiked with some substance to let Aaron Pryor catch energy. But he had another fighter a long time ago. I think it was Resto, that he took out padding material from the gloves and from his fighter, and then this guy mauled the other guy. His fighter, Panama Lewis fighter, mauled the other guy, and the guy was never the same, because when you get hit with clean shots like that, no padding, it affects your brain. And the kid, I think the victim of, they made a documentary saying assault on the ring. I think the guy ended up killing himself or having a bunch of mental health problems after the fight and stuff like that, because of the impact, the severity of the impact of the gloves that were tampered with. Same thing with Margarito when they found the cast material inside of his gloves. So you can't let this go. You cannot, because and on top of that, she's when they interviewed, and I thought Amanda was going to be her usual, very calm, not criticizing anything, but she had enough, and she openly said it, that she called her a dirty fighter and stuff, which is uncharacteristic of her. But when it was so blatant, she was constantly headbutting her, and then her trainer is like, "Listen, this girl, this is what she does. She's been doing this forever." He went down the list of all the fighters that Katie Taylor has been headbutting and cutting, and some of those fights, she won the fight on cuts. And the trainer was very, very open about it, and in her face, and told her, it's just a dirty fighter. That's what it is. Matter of fact, he told us, like, if you guys want to do MMA, let's do it, because that's what she was trying to do. But even in MMA, you can't headbutt. You can't. All right, you can't headbutt. So, and she's good at it. She's subtle about it. But then when she gets tired and starts getting hit hard, she's not so subtle at all. It's just blatant. So, they need to file a complaint. They need to file an appeal to see that they can overturn that. People say, "Oh, it's not going to happen." That's not the point. The point is that you have to continue to call them out on it, chip at it, because it hurts. And those three judges, I don't know, first of all, I've never heard them. I've never heard about those judges. So, and Jake, it's a Paul production, so he's as corrupt as a $3 bill, but he doesn't care. But to his credit, he's taken Amanda mainstream, and that's great, But other than that, if I'm Amanda's, I don't know what her contract states. I don't know what the contract said, but if I'm Amanda, I would raise hell about it because it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair to the boxing fans in Ireland. That's who's representing you, a fucking Olympic medalist behaving in such a manner over and over and doing it over and over, fight after fight after fight after fight. I don't care who it is. If I got a Puerto Rican fighter who's behaving like that, we're calling him out on it. You can't do that, man. You can't represent us like that. We don't want that. So, they need to do something about it, change it, pull her license, do something, suspend her. I don't think it's going to happen, but put it on the other. If it was Amanda Serrano doing it to her, how fast she was getting disqualified. So that's, you tell me. Is it racist or not? I think it is. We're tired of this shit.